National School Choice Week is underway across the country. Here in the Carolinas, we're seeing the impact of charter schools in a major way. According to the National Alliance for Public Charter Schools, North Carolina charter school enrollment increased by more than 7% in the 2019-2020 school year and by more than 20% in South Carolina during the following school year. Joining me now to discuss it all is Shelby Doyle from the National School Choice Awareness Foundation. Shelby, thanks so much for joining us. We are at the beginning of this School Choice Week. Let's talk charter schools because the popularity is undeniable. Why do you think we're seeing such a big boom when it comes to charter schools?
Well, in a place like North Carolina, there's been lots of public charter school options for a while, but I think families, especially during the pandemic, really broadened what they were interested in looking at. And that included especially public sector options. They're free for families to attend and to choose. And so it's just a low barrier to entry, and families are interested in exploring options like that more than ever.
So what are the benefits of charter schools then?
Yeah, so they're public schools, which means they're tuition free and open to all students. Of course, there's a limit on seat capacity in some times, but it really is a public school with a little bit more flexibility to innovate. Typically, there's something that differentiates them from your district public schools. So it could be a focus on college prep. It could be something about how they structure their classroom environment or how they structure their school overall. But it's going to be a little bit more distinct and innovative than what you might see in a district school.
So in this week, as we begin this School Choice Week, for parents watching, what should they consider before making a decision about what kind of school their child should go to? Should it be a traditional school, a public charter school, a magnet school? What are the criteria that they should really think about?
So there's two big areas of criteria I think are worth considering as a parent. One is values. That's about you and your family and what your child in particular needs. You know them better than anyone as their parent. And that's a really important factor to get to know, talk about as a family if your kid's old enough to be involved, and use that as a lens through which you see everything else. And then there's the logistics side, which is knowing all those options, knowing which ones are free and public. Those are public charter schools, magnet schools, district schools, and online schools in the state of North Carolina. And then on the logistical side, you can often use a private school scholarship program like the two that North Carolina has, one for low-income families and one for students with special needs that can help you afford private school if you want to choose it. Once you've got that lay of the land, it's about meeting with those individual school leaders, going on school tours, and asking the questions that matter to your family. And that's going to be different for everybody.
Is it too late in the game then at this point, if now is School Choice Week, to start those conversations and go meet with different schools?
It's not too late. It's the perfect time to start, but don't delay any further. Especially in Charlotte-Mecklenburg, there are some early enrollment deadlines. So for the choice lottery, for instance, within choice schools within the public school district here, you have that deadline coming up in the next couple of weeks. So it's the time to start. It does feel a little far away from the fall for some families, but it really is when you want to get those applications in. If you're having that gut sense, you might want to do something different next fall. It's really time to start that process, at least get to know what those timelines look like, and then use that information how you need to.
Such an important thing for parents to be advocates for their kids. Shelby Doyle from the National School Choice Awareness Foundation, thanks so much for all that info.